so today is the day. I cannot tell you. I am so excited. First of all, I wanted to just show you kind of like the current state of my brows. I don't really have too much of a tail, but they are still pretty thick. A little wild right now, but she's gonna tame them down. Obviously going in with like a fresh face, I don't have any makeup on, and I was actually just reading over a list of things that Nicole sent. Okay, so she says pre-appointment, no fish oils or omega supplements. I don't really know why, but we will find out. Do not consume caffeine the day of your appointment. Avoid alcohol the night before and the day of your appointment. So I guess it has to do with blood thinning. Avoid any aspirin, Advil, and ibuprofen. Again, I assume that has to do with blood thinning. No retinol products for 2 weeks prior to your appointment. This will increase the speed at which the pigment fades. No waxing or tinting at least 3 days before your appointment. I assume that has to do with sensitive skin. No tanning beds at least 1 week prior to your appointment. Keep brows at their most natural, wild state. So I have not plucked or tweezed or done anything in a while, so I should be okay. And I'm really excited. Have I said that already? Anyways, let's stop diddle-daddling and get going. So do you know, now that you've seen my brows, what would be the most appropriate procedure for them?
Once I draw an outline and a shape,
Okay.
that's when I'm gonna see what I'm thinking. And then we can discuss,
All right, so we just finished the mapping process, and Nicole's gonna kind of walk me through what she did here.
So a lot of women have kind of like a fuller front and then it tapers off towards the end and kind of have less of a tail. You can see in this drawing that she needs some work in here, a little bit under here. What I'm gonna do is a hybrid brow, which is strokes at the front, so microblading at the front, and then a powder for the rest of the brow, a very soft powder. What you're seeing here looks a little bit crazy. It looks like a big blocky shape, which is a little bit terrifying, but I like to tell my clients like it's not really gonna look like this. It's not gonna have a square front. You guys will see at the end, it's not gonna look anything like this.
I have a question.
Yes.
So how long does this procedure usually take?
Start to finish, roughly an hour and a half. I like to give about 2 hours, just, you know, if there's like an odd case or it needs a bit more work.
Is it gonna hurt?
So pain is typically like 4 to 6 out of 10. There is like the odd client here or there that is a little bit more sensitive. If you are on your period, if you're tired, if you're not feeling well, that all contributes to how much it hurts.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we were talking before,
Yep.
I like a little bit longer of a tail. So even though she's completely mapped it out, she will still customize it the way that you want it. So if you want a little bit more of an arch or whatever,
Yep.
she can still
We can
totally
adjust little things.
Yeah,
Yep.
adjust that stuff. All right, let's go. Like I'm crying, guys. No, it's actually not that painful, just because I guess like it's so close to the eye or...
And the nose sinuses start to act out. So this is like a normal amount of bleeding.
Okay. We haven't even put the numbing cream on, so when she does the second round is when she puts the numbing cream on.
So I'll do like this side as well, and then I'm gonna do one pass of powder, then I'm gonna numb everything.
Is the powder application different?
Yes, it's with a machine.
And this is like with the same pigment?
No, this is a different pigment, so it's a different brand. This one's a bit more liquidy.
So it doesn't really feel like much.
Anything, yeah. The brow is way less painful. This is gonna really nicely blend with the hair that you have. It's gonna give you like the
Natural looking.
yes. That was basically like the most painful.
That was nothing.
Yeah.
So how many passes do you do?
With the microblading, I'd say 3 max. The powder, quite a bit more. I'd say maybe like 6.
Okay.
So you're slowly building up the pigment per pass instead of just like hammering out like everything in one.
So I noticed that it said that I can't sweat and I can't go to the gym.
So the reason is because you want your brows to stay like dry. So like sweating or going to like, you know, steam rooms or saunas, like you're just like activating that skin.
Okay.
And you also want to avoid water on them. So you can wash your face, like the bottom half of your face, you know, wash it normally. And I usually tell people to use like a makeup remover wipe for the forehead and just wash the forehead separately with a wipe.
And for how many days?
That's 7 days as well. That I would say is the most annoying and frustrating part of this whole thing.
So Nicole is doing the second pass and she's put the numbing cream on and I can hardly feel anything this time around. I might still sneeze though.
You can feel
it coming. My nose is actually clogged. So it's quite amazing how much your sinuses play a huge part into this. So we've gone 2 times over. So this is the 3rd time and she's put this stuff on my brow.
So it's the pigment, and by putting it on there, it's called masking. We're basically now taking the pigment and putting it into the little cuts that we've made. So it gets in there and it cooks, and we let that sit for a couple minutes, and it'll give you more pigmented strokes once we wipe it off.
Oh my god, look how crazy I look.
Yeah.
How long does this usually take to heal?
So typically there's like many different phases. So first they'll get slightly darker, maybe 3 or 4 days, and then the scabs will start to form. Scabs will probably be on there for another 4 days or so, and then the scabs will start to come off. It'll be kind of like dry skin. Once the scabs come off, then there's a phase called the milky phase, and that's when they're gonna look almost like they've disappeared. The reason for that is because the skin in between the scab and the base of your skin, it has created like this protective layer that's like a milky white layer, and then you have to wait a few more days for that layer to come off, and then the pigment will kind of resurface.
Okay.
So I would say fully maybe like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Ish. So they'll feel like sunburned for the rest of the day. Pretty much.
Yeah. All right, so we are done, and these are the finished brows. They still have to heal, and they'll change shape a little bit and fade or get darker. They'll definitely be going through a little bit more transitions. And I'm supposed to come in, right, Nicole?
You come back in 6 to 8 weeks for your touch-up.
Eyebrows are still a little bit numb, but that'll wear off. The whole thing didn't really hurt. I am barely red.
So this is your aftercare card,
Okay.
and it explains everything you need to do. So for the rest of today, you're going to be wiping your brows with these cotton pads. They already have solution on them. So basically every hour and a half, you're going to be wiping your brows with them to keep them clean, to wipe away any plasma fluid that's coming out, kind of keep them like as dry as possible. You're going to do 3 times tomorrow as well, and then leave them dry for the next 3 days. It's all written here. You're not going to have to remember any of it.
Okay.
But it also tells you what to expect and things to avoid, and how to care for your brows over the next week or so.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, so I just arrived home from my appointment, and I kind of just wanted to jump on and show you what my brows look like. I think she did a really great job. I'm actually really loving the shape. I really like the color. I think it matches my natural hair color really, really well, and I'm very excited to see how they look as I go through the healing process. So I will continue to document the whole healing process so you guys understand exactly what that entails as well. But in the meantime, this is what my brows look like.